Hello everyone, it's a pleasure to be talking to you at this time. I do hope that you're all staying safe and that you're all well. I'm Louise Theodosiou. I am a child and adolescent psychiatrist. At the moment I'm working primarily in an adolescent service with 16 and 17-year-olds. We are a community-based service and we try to offer support to young people with a range of mental health needs. For example, young people experiencing depression, problems with anxiety, problems in relationships, problems with self-harm, young people with some developmental conditions, for example, ADHD and autism. And we recognise that at this time more than ever, the work that we do is extremely important. And I would just like to say thank you to the young people that we work with because they have worked so hard with us to be creative and flexible. We're offering appointments through a range of ways. There's a number of approved video linking systems that we can use through our trust. We're using those. There's a number of different telephone systems that we can use. We're using those as well. And where necessary, we are of course offering face-to-face appointments. We have a ready supply of PPE and we're making sure that we are keeping ourselves and other people safe at this time. We are cleaning down the rooms that we use. We're making sure that we're explaining to young people what we need to do. And as much as possible, we're trying to offer the same service, just in new and creative ways. And I would just like to say thank you to everybody involved in that because I've been really proud to be part of the teams that I'm working in. Now, we're thinking about a very important theme at the moment. We're thinking about the theme of kindness. I don't think we can underestimate how important kindness is at all times, but particularly at the moment. When I think about myself, my loved ones, my parents who are elderly and shielding the kindness that they've been shown with neighbours dropping things on the doorstep that they need, with delivery people supporting them to learn new processes, I just feel very grateful for us all to be kind. I think that we are living through a time that truly is a new and unprecedented time for us as a species, really. And it's so important that we try to be kind at this time. There's so many people who are feeling frightened, feeling anxious, maybe experiencing well-being needs for the first time in their lives. And one of the things that we can all do is as much as possible to listen to the people that we're living with. We know that many people are for the first time finding themselves having to spend long periods of time either with family members that they may have difficult relationships with housemates they don't know very well, if they're living in care homes or hostels, with people that they may have unfamiliar relationships with. And for all the people in these different situations, being kind, thinking about what it means to be the other person is incredibly important. We all know what we need to support our well-being needs. We need somebody to listen to us. When people listen to you, if they can validate your experiences, they can help you talk through your worries. We need people to be more understanding and supportive of us if we're doing things as a result of our anxiety, perhaps struggling to sit still, needing to go outside for fresh air, struggling with the parameters placed on us in terms of when we can and can't leave the house. All of these things impact on our well-being needs, and thinking about what it means to be that other person can be incredibly important. We know, unfortunately, that before the coronavirus happened, many people were living in poverty, and that unfortunately many more people are really struggling financially at the moment. So I know that one of the acts of kindness that many people are providing at the moment is sharing food, donating food, delivering food where they can, and these acts of kindness are hugely important. I think the other things that we can all do is just think about what it means to be the other people in the world. Think about the people that you're passing in the street. I've noticed a lot more people are saying hello to me, a lot more people reaching out, just wanting to have that everyday contact. I think for people who are living by themselves, feeling isolated, just going out, having that contact 2 meters apart, a nod and a smile, these are the little acts of kindness that can mean a lot in a person's day. I think within mental health, there are very specific important acts of kindness that I've seen. One of the things that I've particularly cherished in my own life has been the way that as a team, we're all learning to understand one another. One of the members of the team who gets in first has people's, sort of orders of drinks and tea and coffee starting to get ready in our shared area. We are of course socially distancing. We are of course making sure that we're not stepping too close to one another, but we're trying as much as possible to share our spaces in ways that show that we're thinking about one another, bringing in shared food, thinking about all the different ways that we can make one another's day-to-day life easier. I think what the opportunities we also have within mental health is to make sure that we are thinking about what it's like to be the people accessing our services. We're very mindful that many young people are struggling to maintain their routines, struggling to get out of bed on times, maybe facing the strange sensation of finding that after 2 years of preparation they can't sit A-levels or GCSEs. Being kind with young people about that sense of frustration, going the extra mile, writing those letters that explain why young people might be in a very difficult situation if they're then trying to get back into college and apprenticeships, and making sure that we are as much as possible listening to the people that we're working with and the people that we're working for. The other acts of kindness that I've seen is the way that professionals are trying to work differently with one another. Within agencies, we all are aware of the value of multi-agency work, the value of working with agencies like social care, youth justice, education. And what I've noticed is that people are going that extra mile, they're picking up the phone, they're making sure that the communication systems, the communication networks are working. And those little acts of kindness, thinking about what it means to be those other people, is incredibly important. I think in addition to being kind to one another, what is also really important is that we're kind to ourselves at the moment. Nobody has experience of living through a pandemic, so be kind to yourself. Don't be disappointed with yourself if you're running slightly late, if you haven't got out of bed on time, if you haven't done all the things you were planning to do in the day. What is important is that we remember that we've got a long way to go. We're all learning how life is going to be living with coronavirus. And what is important is that we are kind to ourselves and that we treat everybody both fairly and equally and in a way that supports their additional well-being and minority needs, and that we display that same kindness to all of the people around us. Thank you very much.